searched him on his person. They said they've begun going through them, encrypting some of them, and giving them back to the defense. That will take some time. There are going to be some motions in this case. One of those was addressed today.
Hey, talking about I'm gonna show out. It's just my life. You can't get mad. Get the off my page. Talking about I'm gonna show out. I ain't no show out. I earned my shit the hard way. Happened, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life.
Reports indicate that CNN has made public the bank records belonging to Floyd Mayweather.
Had asked for an investigation into leaks, saying that they believe the government, he suggested that the government was trying to, he accused the government of making a takedown of a successful black man.
The controversy reportedly began when a discussion on Reddit featured anonymous contributors uploading blurred screenshots they claimed showed the personal bank records of Floyd Mayweather, with the images allegedly revealing account balances listed at zero or in negative figures. According to those posts, the topic was later referenced during a financial oversight segment on CNN, which intensified online speculation and encouraged wider circulation of the claims. The shared screenshots were said to display multiple accounts under Mayweather's name, with balances ranging from -$25,000 to nothing at all, alongside sizable pending deductions identified as alimony obligations, tax liens, and attorney fees. One of the pages reportedly included a summary section showing total liabilities exceeding $120 million without listing corresponding assets, prompting further debate among users. Participants in the thread observed that the documents appeared partially censored, as black bars covered sensitive details such as account numbers, while faint images of official bank letterheads remained visible in the background. Supporters of the allegation argued that the redaction suggested credibility, reasoning that if the documents had been lawfully obtained under Shield law protections, sensitive information would have been concealed before any public discussion. After the screenshots began circulating, numerous influencers and digital commentators amplified the narrative, using dramatic thumbnails and bold headlines that helped generate millions of views across various platforms. Several established boxing podcast hosts dedicated full episodes to examining the alleged records, analyzing each listed entry and discussing potential legal consequences tied to the reported figures. Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith addressed the situation publicly once again, speaking out after authorities reportedly conducted raids on properties connected to the retired boxing champion as part of an ongoing investigation into alleged financial misconduct and outstanding debts.
Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing. Look at this here, please.
Federal authorities reportedly carried out coordinated searches at residences connected to Floyd Mayweather in Miami and Las Vegas soon after his business entity, Mayweather Promotions, became the subject of an investigation involving alleged tax violations and broader financial misconduct. During those operations, agents from the Federal Bureau of Investigation were said to have discovered several documents they considered falsified among materials in his possession. Following reports of the searches, Stephen A. Smith addressed the developments on his program, stating that Mayweather's situation placed him in the same category as some of the most infamous financial offenders. As additional details surfaced, investigators identified an unexpected element involving properties Mayweather had publicly presented as personally owned, which were later described as components of structured brand partnership agreements. Under those arrangements, he reportedly appeared as the face of ownership to increase market interest and attract potential buyers, receiving compensation or select property allocations in exchange. Authorities, however, allegedly interpreted the structure as a misleading practice aimed at creating a false impression for consumers. Smith reacted strongly to further disclosures, particularly claims from investigators linking Mayweather to several cryptocurrency ventures described as fraudulent. In those promotions, he was accused of endorsing digital tokens that later collapsed, with investors reportedly experiencing financial losses after the projects dissolved.
When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
Stephen A. Smith argued that Floyd Mayweather has long relied on endorsement arrangements that create the appearance of ownership, only for it to later emerge that he was serving strictly as a compensated promoter rather than a proprietor. Smith suggested that beyond his undefeated boxing record, little is definitively known about Mayweather's genuine holdings, even joking that the private jets he showcases could also be tied to sponsorship agreements. He maintained that the only verifiable asset attached to Mayweather is his ring resume, while the extent of his broader wealth remains uncertain. Video circulating from the reported search of his residence, however, shifted attention toward cryptocurrency activity, with Smith claiming that Mayweather's involvement in digital token ventures runs deeper than any questioned real estate partnerships. He detailed multiple past crypto promotions, asserting that the boxer and his collaborators profited while supporters allegedly absorbed major financial losses. Smith further stated that blockchain investigator Xaggeration had publicly connected Mayweather to numerous token projects that later unraveled, adding that the fighter's history already includes legal disputes and settlements tied to controversial crypto endorsements. At one stage, Xaggeration criticized him on X for promoting another questionable token, prompting backlash within the online crypto community, where some users claimed celebrity net worths can be misleading and others questioned why someone of Mayweather's stature would engage in such ventures or whether meaningful accountability would follow. This was not the first time the investigator had raised concerns, as he previously highlighted more than a dozen projects associated with Mayweather that ultimately failed. Mayweather later introduced a token branded Floyd, promoting it heavily across social media before deleting the posts after investors had entered, fueling additional scrutiny. Reports also noted that he had earned substantial sums from crypto-related ventures such as Ethereum Max, Mayweather's, Bad Bunny, Real Floyd NFT, and Moonshot. In 2022, Smith discussed how the Securities and Exchange Commission charged Mayweather for failing to disclose compensation he received for endorsing 3 initial coin offerings, including a $100,000 payment tied to Centratech, whose ICO he had promoted on social media while urging followers to participate before tokens sold out. Smith also referenced prior penalties totaling more than $1.6 million related to unlawful crypto promotions, revelations that reportedly surfaced during a search of his Las Vegas property. According to commentary on the Stephen A. Smith Show, many investors experienced heavy losses after backing ventures linked to Mayweather, including Centra's ICO, Ethereum-based projects, Bad Bunny NFTs, Floyd's World, and the Floyd token, which were described as rug pulls in which liquidity was withdrawn and creators disappeared, leaving holders with devalued assets. Smith emphasized that Mayweather was among several high-profile figures entangled in these broader financial controversies.
Viciously, his head did a 180 before he fell on his face. To report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters.
The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has referenced Floyd Mayweather in multiple public enforcement releases concerning unlawful cryptocurrency promotions, stating that certain individuals failed to disclose compensation received for endorsing specific Bitcoin-related investments. According to the regulator, those involved neither admitted nor denied the findings but agreed to resolve the matter by paying more than $750,000 in combined penalties. These proceedings represented the SEC's first cases addressing violations connected to initial coin offerings, an emerging fundraising method tied to digital assets. An ICO allows companies to issue tokens or coins to investors seeking early participation in a project's potential growth. While terminology in the sector has shifted over time, the SEC has consistently warned that many of these offerings fall within existing securities laws, which require transparency about payments exchanged for promotional activity. The agency disclosed that Mayweather received compensation to publicize 3 separate ICOs, including one associated with Centratech, a Miami-based firm later accused of fraud. Among the cited promotions was a social media post encouraging followers to act quickly before Centra's token sale concluded, along with other messages in which he projected significant returns and referred to himself in crypto-themed terms. Similar scrutiny surfaced in 2017 following his bout with Conor McGregor, despite reports from Sports Illustrated estimating his net worth at $500 million. In recent appearances, Mayweather has displayed luxury assets, including a $50 million Gulfstream G650 jet. Reports also noted his visit to Roatan in the Bay Islands, where local officials shared images of the retired champion alongside his aircraft and highlighted his praise for the island's scenery, hospitality, and cuisine. During that trip, he was presented with recognition and a commemorative book by Tourism Minister Yadira Gomez-Bird. Although questions about his finances have circulated in the past, Mayweather has publicly countered such claims by showcasing his lifestyle and assets. After several days without comment on the latest allegations involving debt, taxes, and financial misconduct, he responded through a series of posts on X and an Instagram live broadcast, displaying jewelry and watches while directly denying the accusations to his audience.
So if certain people want to wear, true religions, certain people want to wear Jordans, I don't knock that. We all got to start from somewhere. I buy my kids Jordans all the time. You know what I'm saying? And at one particular time, I was wearing True Religion jeans, and I still don't knock True Religion jeans. You know why? Because that's a multi-billion-dollar company. You have to start from somewhere. So, I'm not here to knock nobody. We all live our life the way we want to live our life. Now, see, my lifestyle is a little different. I dress different.
No official documentation has verified that Floyd Mayweather personally owns the real estate properties he is publicly associated with. Reports suggest that in several instances he may have served as a compensated brand ambassador, presenting himself as the face of developments to attract buyers and renters while the actual developers prepared the projects for sale. Despite ongoing speculation, Mayweather addressed the matter on social media, maintaining that his financial holdings remained secure and asserting that the IRS was simply seeking a portion of his earnings. He shared what he described as proof of payment online, posting an image of a tax document to support his claims. Known by the nickname Money, Mayweather has long tied his identity to both his success inside the ring and his substantial fight earnings and business ventures outside it. He has publicly stated that he paid an 8-figure sum in taxes during the previous year, reinforcing his position that his finances are strong. Widely regarded as one of the richest athletes in history, his boxing career generated record-breaking purses. And although he stepped away from professional competition, he has continued participating in exhibition bouts while overseeing various business interests and property investments. In December, reports indicated he had agreed to a 2024 exhibition with Manny Pacquiao, potentially in Japan, revisiting their well-known rivalry. Around the same period, Mayweather posted an image on Instagram showing what he described as an $18 million tax payment to the Internal Revenue Service, writing that the payment was made while retired and suggesting his obligations were even greater during his active years. Previously, in 2017, when questioned about allegedly presenting inaccurate financial documents, he told reporters that his tax matters had already been resolved in reference to a $100 million check connected to his bout with Pacquiao that he claimed he had not yet cashed at the time.
Because I'm in a different tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I dress different, I do things different, because I'm in a different tax bracket. I'm around different type of money.